Wow, this is a fast one.
Yeah, that was quick.
I had to make up for
I had
last
some more
week.
things I was going to do on my phone. Wasn't ready for the short end.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Wow. Okay. That's such a muted.
It was an
I know.
intermission.
That was a pause. We missed it.
John, what'd you get?
Today I'm drinking pumpkin chai.
Oh.
Let me tell you, it's the only way I can drink pumpkin these days. The pumpkin cream cold brew doesn't have the same fire as it used to for me, and it's
I'm
sad.
just not ready for that kind of thing yet,
I know. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
Together we are.
Ryan and John.
On the couch with us this week, producer Cara Philly, and returning once more, the lovely Annie Scoveman.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm now I'm
surprised you
just a
came back
guest.
after last week.
Me too. But you know what?
Just kidding.
You wore me down.
Honestly,
I'm tying
same.
back to last week to get people to listen to last week if they didn't. You know,
That's right.
Yeah.
Last week was crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Check out
Last 40
episode 40.
episodes, you know.
Yeah,
That's
Really?
just 41.
it only takes
40,
you 40
yeah.
hours to listen
Yeah.
to them all.
Yeah, I mean it's
Maybe a
it's
little
right
more.
around 40. It's like an hour and 15 or hour and 12. For a long time we were doing that hour and 7, which was so
Yeah.
weird. For the
Yeah.
first 10
Yeah.
episodes, it was exactly like an hour and 7 minutes. Like we never, and we weren't even trying. It was weird.
Very weird. Well, it's going to be a fun show today. How
Yeah.
you guys all doing?
Yeah,
Pretty
how you
good.
feeling?
I'm drinking this grande iced latte, triple shot.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
No, it's fine. I wanted matcha, didn't get matcha, but it's kind of one of those things, you know, you didn't get what you
It's like
thought you
So
wanted.
now you're getting
you got what you
3
needed.
shots.
well, get what you need. We did one episode recently where we didn't have coffee, and it was a noticeable difference.
It was
Really?
also it
And
was the
our-
last one that Olivia, the first one Olivia wasn't on.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
probably
So
not
there's
so.
just an air of
So there was
sadness
like
all over.
a sadness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Honestly,
right.
we'll,
She will
we'll
be
still
missed.
never
There she
recover.
is.
We will never.
She's right here. She's
Any
never-
guest we bring in.
will never be enough. I'm just kidding.
Anyway,
Sorry,
so
I have somewhere to be after this, so if we can wrap this up.
He was like, I actually
Hey.
have to go, but thanks.
Actually,
Tell you what.
look at that
That
time.
would be.
that's our growth, you know.
Yeah.
it.
Hey, go
Hey.
in with Annie.
That's
huh?
what-
Great
that's the
today.
pain.
Listen
Oh.
today, man. You got 25 episodes? 26?
I just absolutely punched my microphone. Let's get right into this.
Yeah,
John,
let's do it.
you have lots to talk about today.
Sorry. Am I monopolizing the episode today?
No. I'm excited.
I'd like to tell you about a business idea that I thought about today. It hit me like a train. And now we're entering the What the Shark Tank. Where I pitch the business
Wow.
idea and you give
Wow.
me yay or nay, or if
How much
it's
I wanna invest?
How much you
Yeah.
want in. Like,
Okay.
if you want in like 50%, that means you're like, I'm down. I won't go more than 50, so don't ask for it, okay?
All right.
Got it.
It's like something like that. Like
No, yes, keep going with
What,
that.
Shark Tank?
that just sounds
No,
like
it just sounds
what's the
gangster.
song? Yeah.
This is music.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
What the Shark Tank, okay?
John
Listen.
Albright is a person from San Diego, California, and he's got a $1 million idea to pitch to the Sharks today. Will he sink or swim?
Who are the Sharks?
Find out this week.
Who are the Sharks?
The Sharks are Annie Scoveman, a local podcaster and wedding dress entrepreneur, made her first $1 million at the age of 18.
Wow, dang.
Cara Philly, self-made businesswoman, creator of Sunkissed Macrame, sold 1 million units last night. Ryan Tafolla,
What to say about that?
the curator of the Year of Yes, he has yet to make a sale.
We like him anyway.
Let's hear his pitch.
Okay, listen. Here's the pitch. I was waiting for an Amazon package.
Okay.
And it's like one of those things that was like a custom thing, so it has like a very wide range. So it's like it's gonna come in anytime between now and like September 9th or whatever. And I thought, I love surprises. I love getting surprises, but I also don't know, like, I don't feel comfortable reacting to surprises from like people or friends, you know, because you're like, it's obviously, of course, really nice, and I never know how to react. So then I thought, how can you surprise yourself? So I propose a company that you subscribe to monthly. You pay
Okay.
like And there's different bundles, packages, right? Like there's like a $30,
Always.
a $50, or $100, right? And depending on what you choose, you then allow the company access to your like things that you look at on Amazon. And the company will surprise you with a gift, or you can create a list of things that you want. You're just not willing to like spend the money on it right now. And the company will buy it and send it to you randomly to your house. And I'm coming up with some names. I'm not great at coming up with names, I'll be honest.
Okay.
But the tentative name of the company is Subscribe. I mean, sorry, it's Subsprise. My apologies. So it's like a subscription for surprises. Subscribe. Subsprise. Yeah, I keep saying the wrong
It's a
thing.
little bit hard to roll off the tongue.
Well, we're still working on it. But the idea is that you would like a mix of what you look at on Amazon and things that you like the company knows you want or like things you like. You'll pay a subscription, and randomly throughout the month, you'll just get a package with your name on it that is just something that you will enjoy. And what do you think?
So did you?
You hate the idea.
First of all, no, I don't hate it. I think there's a couple of holes in it.
Let's
ahead. Just patch those holes up.
Go ahead.
So you go in to your Amazon account. Let's
Yes.
say this is like an affiliate to
Sure,
Amazon.
probably paired with Amazon, yes.
So you go in your Amazon account and you're putting in
you
the
can
stuff
create,
that you want.
You can create a list if you want, or you can or you can just do like, you can let them randomize based off of what you're looking
and how
at
much
and
how
what
much
you're
are
purchasing.
these things a month? Roughly the price that you're paying.
Yes, yeah, and
For the
sometimes
thing.
if it's like if it's smaller things and it's within your price range, it can be multiple things.
Or you could also have it where if one month they send you something that's only $15,
I can tell he hates
the
it.
extra money rolls over next month, and maybe you'll get something that's $45.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
it's like
that
somebody's
would be
trying
the
to
only,
surprise
So
you.
that would be the why is you're getting things that are more expensive
Than what you're paying.
than what you're paying.
But in reality, that's
Sure.
So,
sometimes you would have to get stuff.
the
that
way
is
that
because
I
what is going
thought,
to stop you from just
buying.
buying something
That's what
once a month that
that's
costs
where I
$50?
thought this was going to
Surprise.
go. I thought
What?
it was going to be more of, you make an Amazon list of what you want that you're going to buy anyways at some point. You have the money
Okay.
for, and then you subscribe to this company, but instead of like paying monthly or whatever,
Yeah.
you just put in your like debit or credit card info, and they randomly choose something.
And once a month, you just
So like,
Get charged
a
and-
$30 charge
could
was
be
taken
where
out.
it
It's a
goes, too.
surprise.
But the whole idea is that like you're not like you don't know when it comes in. Like it just comes in and you're like, what the heck?
Well, the thing about those subscription situations, I'm
they
thinking of
always
like
seem more
Bespoke
expensive.
Post,
Yes.
right? Is you don't know what you're gonna get. They go, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
for $40 a month, we're gonna give you
a
something.
mystery bundle.
Yes.
If you're choosing the things,
well, no,
that you get,
it's a mix of like
that's just called
you
Well,
can
it's
buying
put
like
things
things.
on the
stuff-
list, but it's not guaranteed that
That's
like
just
What
buying
if your
stuff.
list? But what if your list is like 100 items?
So wait, so just one more time.
Go
Let
ahead.
me go through it. So this service,
yes.
you pay $50 a month, and
Yes.
once a month you get a $50 item.
Sometimes it could be two smaller things.
Okay.
But
so
it's
two smaller
completely
things.
randomized.
at the value of $50.
Sure, and maybe there's a better model where like maybe it charges you a couple extra dollars on something else, and then like saves that money, and then like
But you also
repurposes
like
it.
mentioned the idea of having it be like it goes through what you've been looking at on Amazon. So
Yeah, so
even
it's
there's
not
the idea
necessarily like something you're buying.
I think we lean into the surprise part of it.
of being
Yes.
it's just as
More.
an algorithm. It
Yes,
looks
I
at
just was
everything you
thinking
buy.
that like
Yes.
And
again,
finds things you'd
that was
like.
my original thought, but then I thought like
Because that's just buying things.
No, I know, but I'm saying like that was my original thought. Where it's like it was obviously looking at what you're looking at, what you're buying, and then surprising you with something.
Yeah.
But if
Can
there
you
was
return it?
something that you like
if
didn't
you
want
don't
to
like it.
buy,
Oh, that's a good question. Can you return it?
sure, yeah, you can return it.
Or is it like, no, you got the thing?
Yeah.
In my head, I was thinking no returns, but like
Because it's like making me think of like
Well-
the Ipsy packages
Yeah.
that people get. It's
What's
like
that?
you pay, I don't
These
know how much a
boys.
month. It's like $15 a month.
Yes.
And Ipsy is like a makeup,
Yes.
like lifestyle company. And they send you like a little bag full of goodies every month.
Yeah.
Some months it's like the more expensive items, but you only get 3. And then other months it's super cheap items and you get like 10.
in my
Yeah.
head, I was thinking it wasn't like massive things. It wasn't like things that you like. It was just like fun little things that you might have
like a
looked
desk
at.
toy
Yeah, like a
or-
desk toy. But it was like all around things that you've been looking at on Amazon.
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
like something that they knew you would want, but you're not expecting it. And so it's just
Yeah.
like a fun like little thing.
I have a bad idea that Amazon
Interesting.
is going to be, or what's her face over there is listening.
Go ahead.
And
You know
like
who?
tomorrow we're going to go on Amazon and it's going to be like mystery bundle.
yeah,
It's going to just
probably.
be up.
Well,
Haven't
have
seen
you
all the
seen
time.
those on eBay? Is you can buy a mystery
Yes.
box, and it's like
Yes.
$100 mystery box. You don't know what's in it,
Yes.
and so it's like kind of like that. Only
Should we do that at
But
our
it's
garage
stuff
sale?
that
randomized.
they know you'd like.
Yes,
box
and it's like
stuff.
it's almost like
Ooh,
if you
yeah.
had a loved one just like give you a gift, but it's like from Amazon or whatever.
I like the idea of
based
no
off of-
returns
Yeah.
with the heart behind surprise. If this isn't something you want, surprise it to someone else.
Yeah.
and like
Subscribe it.
Surprise it.
Someone else.
So-
Subscribe.
I can tell you
We need a new
don't
name.
like it,
No,
Ryan.
no, no.
We
I
need a new
like.
name.
Now that we've ironed out that,
Oh my gosh.
you know, couple.
Listen, remember,
patched a
Ryan also
couple-
has had no sales
By
when
the
we were
way,
doing all of our
by the way,
True.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he's the
I'm
least-
as a shark, I'm super out. I'm very out. But
I know.
like as your friend, I'll help you with
No,
your
no, no,
business.
no, no.
As your friend, I'll
Okay,
support you, but I'm
How
not
interested,
investing.
percentage wise, are you into this idea? Yeah, be honest. You can be honest. I'm not going to be crushed by this. This is a fake idea that I'm never going to do. For the record,
You could.
Annie, go.
Percentage wise, 10.
10%.
I'd give you money and like I'd take a little bit of it as good faith
But
of
you don't
a
want to
friend.
be involved very heavily.
No, partly because Amazon. I do deep dives on Amazon
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
regularly.
Yeah, same.
It's now one of my social medias. Dangerous.
Oh gosh.
Same.
Yeah.
Honestly, same.
right.
Same.
It's
You're
like
not
check
wrong.
Instagram, check
All three of us.
Snapchat, check
Check
Amazon.
Amazon.
Let's see
Deal
what-
of the day. What is
Amazon
it?
will tell me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon will show me what I need.
I
Oh
understand.
my gosh.
But
I
they
fully
started
get it.
these new surprise bundle boxes for clothing where you
Oh.
answer a bunch of questions of what kind of clothing you like and like more of the items you need. And they have a special stylist that will randomly just send you a box with clothing in your size. You decide if you want it or not. Send it back, which
Yeah.
is something that has been happening. Those
Yeah.
kind of like surprise boxes, but so I feel like they're already on the cusp of a surprise kind of vibe.
Thank you.
Yes.
But I would help you. I would 10%.
10%. I'm not offended by that. Go ahead.
Have you ever
Cara.
gotten one of those mystery box
Yeah, I was
subscription
subscribed to
situations?
them for like so long.
Which ones?
It was one a long time ago after I graduated high school and I got a job. I had one where it was like, it was ties. Like I used to get ties because I used to have to wear them at work. Not anymore, obviously. And
What are you
and
talking
then
about, John? I see you sit here.
Yeah,
in
my
your
tie, yeah.
Yeah, and your sweatpants
then
and your tie.
I used to also
Sometimes
subscribe
just the tie.
to socks for way too long.
Sockscription?
I had a
I've heard.
Oh,
Sock,
I've seen the sock one.
like the sock club of the month.
Was
Yeah.
it called
whatever.
Sock Surprise?
No, it wasn't, but it should have been.
I knew it sounded familiar, John.
And I was there. I was like subscribed to that for way too long, and then
Yeah.
finally I like went in and had to cancel it because I had you get 2 pairs per month.
Ooh,
And
that's a
so
lot of socks.
After like I think I had it for like 2 years. It was like I had too many pairs of socks.
That's 48
so.
pairs of socks.
It's a lot. Well, on top of what I already had, so it was like, and then I
Yeah.
just kind of canceled it. I still wear them. They're great. I love them.
I brought up Bespoke Post, and that's always the one that makes me kind of want to do it. It's like they always market it as like manly things.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
camping
it's like
gear.
Fab Fit Fun, but
A
for
knife
men.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A knife.
Yeah.
And like a whiskey glass. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I should-
So I
I'm gonna get
Googled
that.
Manly.
different
Yeah.
subscription boxes.
Go
I
ahead.
did
A
Fab Fit
vial of
Fun.
testosterone.
The first thing that comes up is FabFitFun.
Which I will say, that's actually very
What's
good.
that?
It's like it's Fab Fit and Fun. So something for like clothing, and then
Something
something for
for-
exercising, and then like just like a fun thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they'll have deals where like it's like $200 worth of stuff, and they'll have deals where it's like buy one box for $25. So I'm a sucker, and I've done that at least
Yep.
3 times.
There's
But
also Ipsy,
Yeah.
Birchbox, and then Stitch Fix is the one too where they send you a bunch of clothes and you
Yeah.
choose like 2 items to keep
yeah,
I was
out of the
subscribed
box
to
and
that,
send them back.
but it was so expensive.
Yeah,
Like, the
it's
stuff was, like,
expensive.
insane.
Because the stuff that you end up keeping, you have to buy it.
And,
Yeah.
but it's like marked
Well, yeah.
up, obviously.
Oh, so it's not like you're just paying for
no.
You're paying for the
chance to-
curated clothing for you.
you're
was
paying
so
for someone to spend the
super-
time to
that's
pick
rough.
clothes
It
for
was
you.
so-
And then they're like,
dumb.
great, it's $100 for
Yeah.
the shirt. And you're
Great,
like,
I'm
no.
glad you like this gray tank top. That'll be
Great.
$90.
$90.
Specifically, I had a friend that worked for Stitch Fix, and
Oh,
she
Wow.
All good things. All good
stopped
things.
working for them because they tried to move all their California representatives out of California to save money. but their base was still in San Francisco.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
And their CEO lives in San Francisco.
Yeah, no
course.
And they're like,
thanks.
they offered to like pay her to like move out of the state or whatever, and she's like,
No.
I'm not doing that. But like their headquarters was fully staying in San
Probably
Francisco.
save on taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's usually.
Scam.
It's crazy. Well, they can pay them
Scam.
less in different states. That's the
I'm
only thing.
I'm thinking more about your idea, John, and I think it's dangerous.
Okay.
Because not everything you search on Amazon you
Is
end
for
up
you.
buying or is for you.
that's
You're
true.
like, oh, because like Andy said, like, oh, I'm just gonna like pop into Amazon real quick and
Yeah.
like price out like all of the weird crap that I was Amazon looking up for lip sync battle.
That's true.
Or
That I'm like, okay, now
wedding presents?
Yeah, I'm paying $50 a month, and what comes to my door is another freaking latex mask and
An
a,
old
like
man.
yeah,
Well,
of an
because you can
old
see that you
man.
bought it.
Sure. So what is
it'd
similar
be
to that?
a
Then they
latex
send me
mask of an old woman.
like feet,
you need
feet
that.
and hands.
Okay, so then maybe listen.
Oh my gosh,
and
you
I know
get a
you don't
whole
like the
old
idea of
person.
it being a list, but maybe it
Yes.
is like a wish list. So you're like, oh, I like this stuff, but I don't necessarily like
What about a questionnaire?
or
You
like
answer
get
a
to know you kind of
questionnaire,
yeah.
situation. What is that? Surprise box? Whatever.
Amazon subscription boxes.
Well, what kind of stuff is on there though?
Choose your box, discover your new favorites, subscribe with confidence. So you choose a category: beauty, food and drink, lifestyle, pets, toys and kids, and t-shirt clubs.
So
T-shirt
they, so
club.
they
listen
do
to
it.
us. They made
Yeah.
that right now.
Yep. They
All
have
right,
it right now.
So you're out.
And they
You're
sent
out.
John home.
I just thought it was a cool idea. Apparently, it's already. I said it probably already exists for the record.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. My mom had
Can't win 'em all.
she had
be
an
back
idea
next
a long time ago, and her idea was to make like the firewood logs that smelled like cinnamon,
Oh wow.
Ooh.
and like that was her big idea. They were gonna like patent it, all this stuff. It ended up being too expensive, and then they make them now.
Your mom?
No, not my mom.
Oh, who did
Someone
that?
else.
Oh.
Someone else made it.
No, I'm
it's
saying
like
your
a,
mom had the idea though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well,
well, it's like a firewood
arguable.
company that's
there's
like
a lot of
Duraflame.
there's a lot of them now. Yeah, Duraflame.
This is the hard
right?
thing
Yeah.
about ideas too. Is like it's so hard to come up with an original idea.
Yeah.
Do you
It
guys
really
remember
is.
that old commercial? Like way back in the day, there was an old commercial. It's just a like white background, some man holding rollerblades, and he goes, "This is my idea first, but I didn't patent it, and then someone else made it." And it was it was like a commercial for patents. Like, go get your idea patented.
That's funny that they're promoting.
Commercial for patents.
Yeah,
And
they're
then
like,
somebody
please
does it
just
like
patent
a
something.
rival commercial that's like.
Except now,
was,
doesn't
the
it-
patent was
dare.
my idea.
Doesn't it take like a year to get something patented?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
there-
If
I
you
have
care
so
about
it
many.
that much,
I
I
have so
mean-
many things that say patent pending.
Sure.
Yeah.
Takes a long time, I'm sure.
Ugh.
This is kind of brings up a interesting thing I want to talk about is, in regards to like people thinking of things that other people thought about.
Go ahead.
Good.
So Olivia Rodrigo,
Yes.
you familiar with?
Oh, yeah.
Has
yeah.
added Haley Williams of Paramore and the guy.
Just
who-
Paramore.
Yeah, has added Paramore to the list of credited songwriters for her song "Good for You."
So,
They've been added on a list
As of like 2
songwriters.
weeks ago.
so they got like they're getting percentages now of.
They're getting royalties.
Ooh,
That's right.
that
So,
was definitely an.
My question is it starting now or everything she's made from it?
Probably,
No, it's
probably
probably
retroactively.
That sucks though because it was so
What
song.
sucks?
Well, that song was so popular. Like
It'll
it
still
was
be
played so many
popular.
times.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is they're gonna get retroactive.
Oh, okay. Back pay.
earnings. I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I feel I
Maybe
don't
not.
know.
I mean, it's probably not like starting now. Okay, starting
Starting-
now, you wrote the song. You get credit for the
They have
song.
a timer. They're
It's
like
interesting.
starting now.
The whole topic is interesting because I have always had this kind of struggle with music and creating music, and you know the reality is everything's come from something, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there already is things in place like stems from music
Yeah.
where you can like buy the essence of a song to
Yeah.
make
A
another
sample.
song.
Sampling.
That's what it is. Not
Yeah.
stems, sorry. Sampling.
It is stems, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was right. Thank
Yeah,
you. And so I kind of feel like when we get, and this is the problem with really the world too now, is like everyone is so about money and everything is like legal and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Because it's hard, because it's like, it really kind of cripples creativity, in my opinion. Because to some degree, it's like, Good for You and the Paramore song, what's it called?
Misery business.
Misery business.
Misery Business. They're similar, but like I feel like they are different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like obviously lyrically and like there are some musical innuendos, whatever. But like so that's the hard part is like I get the rip-off piece of it, and I understand that like Paramore obviously needs to be compensated in some sense. But I wish there was a way, and maybe there is, who knows? Mm-hmm. Probably is at this point. I'm not doing well with repeat ideas this episode. Where like, again, and this probably does happen, where you could like kind of pay someone a lump sum to use the idea of it. And not like, because again, it's like, I get the percentage and like, but then the reality is, I'm sure if you broke down Misery Business, it's probably a derivative of something else, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's probably elements of that song that are used in other songs. And so, in my opinion, like the easy solution is just to kind of be like, okay, well, you know, unless it's exact, unless you're using like the same lyrics or like the exact same musical orientation, like, you know, arrangement, then there's no kind of contest there.
So I did some research in that I watched a really great YouTube video about this and read some articles.
Right.
Adam Neely, if you, maybe we'll link it below, but it's a really great breakdown of like this whole situation. And basically so in this situation, they were actually credited as songwriters for this song, which is something that they'll do in, you know, like music court, basically music lawyers. They'll do that when you've like, it's kind of like sampling, but more so like they took something and recreated it in their own. Yeah. And he referenced this Ariana Grande song where she's singing to the melody of Sound of Music. But she's put in new lyrics. Yeah. And so it's like, he had a word for it, but like, it's a different thing than like, oh, they just ripped it off or something, ripped off the melody or ripped off the chord progression or something. It's like a different way of
how they... It's almost like paying homage to it.
Yes, exactly. So, and basically they did that, and he even cited Hayley Williams had a quote like talking about this, and basically the essence was that she's like, you know, we as artists have such a hard job because, you know, they're creating, but they're not in a vacuum. They're not just like, oh, I just came up with this song out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're not like, oh, yeah, I just, you know, put these chords together. Obviously, you could go on the, you know, top 100 or whatever and
the three chords.
Probably a bunch of the same chord progressions.
Yeah.
And that's normal. You know, that's like pop music. We talked about it with Taylor Swift up and down. But it's like, yeah, she's pulling from her influences and creating new music. New being the soft quotations, but it's like, you know.
The question I have though is like, and this is more like a personal, like direct question to you. It's not about any of this theoretical stuff. But because you're a musician and you've written songs and all that stuff. And like, if you were at, let's say like Paramore's kind of a tough one. Okay. But let's just say like you're at a really successful level where you've made millions and like you're not going broke anytime soon.
Yeah.
And someone uses like a similar situation with Paramore and Olivia Rodrigo. They use like the essence of the song, right, or the elements of the song. Would you just be like, hey, that's cool, or would you want a cut of that? Like, you've already made millions, you are set for life, and probably your kids. Let's be honest, some of these artists. Like, are you that worried about getting 10% of little Olivia Rodrigo's cut?
It's such a weird
that's
thing.
Your work. Well, that's like your work.
And two, it's not little Olivia Rodrigo. If I saw like, oh, there was a kid, you know, in the Midwest, and they wrote a song and it did relatively well for this local band or something, and I wouldn't like pursue them and like try to but that's the number one song in the world is Olivia Rodrigo, Good For You, and it's making millions of dollars, and you know, she's on SNL singing the song, and she's on late night and everything, and you're going, okay, well, yeah, that literally is my livelihood. Well,
I think now with TikTok too, it's getting played every 2 seconds.
Now I think about it too, and it's like, well, you were maybe, if I was an artist kind of in obscurity at this point, like obviously Marvin Gaye isn't in obscurity, but they had that whole like Marvin Gaye lawsuit with Ed Sheeran where he was suing him for the chord progression for Thinking Out Loud was super close to Let's Get It On. And so, you know, if that then makes people go, oh, this sounds a lot like this song, and then you start gaining more traction and you get listens, maybe that's like kind of a good, bad thing. I don't know.
Well, that's what I thought about like the Paramore thing is, you know, I thought their song like Misery Business is gonna get listened to. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that listens to this song, good for you,
Yeah.
and like remembers the Paramore
Yeah.
version.
Oh my gosh! Like I feel like the first time we listened to it, it was like this sounds
See,
a lot like.
I feel
Paramore.
like that's the difference with songs that are like, that sounds similar. Like when this song came out, and then also when her other song, I don't remember what it is, another song of hers came out. It was like first time I listened to it. Oh, this sounds like Paramore. The other one, oh, that's the chorus of a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
And she ripped off someone's album cover too.
it was Courtney Love.
Oh,
It was
Courtney
a huge
Love.
thing.
that
Yeah.
was
Sure.
crazy.
But that's
So
that's
that
where
now
I'm
that
like,
where it gets
that's
too like
iffy.
pastiche. Like
Yeah,
okay,
where
she's
it's-
paying homage to this thing.
But she didn't say.
Well, but it's
who
like
she was paying
glaringly
homage to.
obvious, and just because like 14-year-olds on TikTok didn't know their music, their rock history.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, she's a fraud. It's like, yeah, if you read a book, you know.
Well, I feel
don't
like
know.
Yeah.
you could argue a lot of ways of that, right? Because
Yeah.
it was the album cover the
pull it
one
up
with
right
her
now.
in the stickers, or the one where she's like
It was in the prom dress.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was the prom dress, all
right
sad.
here.
But then you could look at 16 Candles, which is there's like a very similar kind of vibe to it. Where you're like,
Pass me the remote.
Okay.
Oh.
yeah, but I feel like you look at that. Yeah, I guess it's people who don't know.
I think really like everything is a remix
Yeah.
at some point. Like everyone, like I said, like we're creators, not in a vacuum.
Switch over.
We are. There wouldn't be Olivia Rodrigo without Paramore, and there wouldn't be
Yeah.
Paramore without Janis Joplin, and you
Yeah.
can go even further back. There wouldn't be Janis Joplin without her icons, and so on and so on. Like we're
Oh,
all
yeah.
just a part of this thing where art recreates itself every 10 years.
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
think also the problem I have with this specific instance is, she was at a level where like her people could have reached out to Courtney
Yes.
Love. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. It
And
would've
this
been
is
easy.
this is so similar.
And Courtney Love clearly didn't know about it based off of the Twitter exchange, and so I mean, I feel
so
like
who cares, right? I mean, it's Courtney Love. She's got a multi-million dollars.
Yeah.
She'll be fine.
But
well, yes, and that you're going off of my argument, which I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that element of like, sure, she's going to make money off of this.
Now, if she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna just," yeah, you see, I don't know,
hard.
like because people are always just doing, the same stuff. Like people like things, and it's fine. Like this is a cool album artwork cover.
Yeah.
Like she is paying homage to that.
I
I think
Yeah.
it is such
It's-
a difference with how popular you are.
Why is
here's-
why is
Yeah.
Stranger Things as popular as it is?
Because of the 80s. It pays homage to the 80s.
It pays homage, but like it literally is ripping off the Goonies, and it's
Yeah.
literally ripping off,
I feel
all
like
of
that's.
the E.T.
Do you
It's
think that's
interesting.
different because it's movies and TV shows, though?
I think it's harder to prove, but it's
I think it's
still
the same, the same thing. Artistically,
I think
you're making this.
Here's
thing.
the problem with this, and I think there is an element, and you can tell me if I'm reaching.
Sure.
But I think Olivia is kind of taking advantage of the idea. I'm sure she saw this of Courtney Love and liked it and wanted to recreate it.
Uh-huh.
But I think there is an element, either maybe I don't think it's maybe Olivia directly, but someone in her entourage is like no one from Olivia's audience is going to know Courtney Love.
Yes.
So let's just do it.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool, just like
they,
it was.
I think-
or they said, who is Olivia Rodrigo? Because we are in that generation right now, this world of like things get pastiched all the time. Like people are remixing
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah.
that's why I bring up Stranger
is she
Things.
the new Courtney Love?
Yes, like, oh, who can we like draw from to compare her to? If she did like, let's say like an acoustic, like, if she did like a show on MTV, like, what's her name? Olivia Rodrigo Unplugged or something.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh yeah, she's doing what Nirvana did. She wants to be this grungy like
Yeah.
artist. And that would be obvious. She wouldn't be like ripping that off. She'd be like
Yeah.
pulling from, like I said, her influences.
Yeah, I think there's two elements. I think both of them handled it wrong. I think
Sure.
Yeah.
Olivia would have been wise to just reach out to, again, she's got connections now. She's
Yeah.
she's not just out here making music from nowhere.
Yeah.
She should have just reached out to Courtney Love and be like, "Hey, I'm doing this. I want you to know,"
or at
whatever.
least
And I
her
think-
agents. Or
And I also think Courtney could have handled it better. I think Courtney
Yeah.
also should have just, either left it alone or not said anything and let somebody else kind of
Yeah.
come to her defense, because it's a weird defense. Like in some of the Twitter, she's like, what her response is, "Olivia, you're welcome. My favorite florist is in Notting Hill, London. DM me for deets. I'm looking forward to reading your note, like expecting kind of flowers
Yeah.
as like a thanks.
Wow.
What a bitch.
Which is like such a weird response in my opinion. She, like, again, how old is Olivia? She's like 16.
Okay,
like,
this is kind of a hot take, right? Right
Okay.
here.
Ooh, hot take.
Is it like, not to say they are, but like, I mean, like mainstream popularity.
Yeah.
Courtney Love and even Paramore are kind of on the edge of obscurity as it comes to like what is popular culture
Sure.
right now. So, like you were kind of saying, the vast majority of Olivia Rodrigo's fans aren't even going to pay attention to Courtney Love. Had to probably Google who she was or why she's
Yeah.
even important.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah.
so I think it's kind of that edge of like, I can't believe you're ripping me off.
Yeah.
And none of your fans are even gonna know
It's
who I
the
am.
25.
Yeah.
It's the 25-year, 30-year rule. Is like
Yeah.
stuff that is old then starts being cool again because like culture just says it is. Like
Yeah.
the 90s are cool again. 90s fashion is in because that's just how things go. You know, you look
Yeah.
back at like the movie Back to the Future came out in the 80s and it was referencing all of this 50s stuff. You know, like the Stray
Yeah.
Cats did it. Like all of this, you know, in the 80s, it was like, yeah, remember the 50s? Remember how great
Yeah.
that time was? You know, we had this show that 70s show in the 90s, the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's like we're always looking back a couple of generations because it's like, oh, that was a better time, and
Yeah.
and you know, and art is no exception to that. Like
In the 90s are coming back very hardcore.
hardcore.
Yep.
Especially through music.
So why wouldn't Paramore be popular again? Like,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
wouldn't it be that somebody makes an album that sounds like, you know, I mean, the whole album front to back, Sour sounds like an homage to that grungy
Era, yeah.
alt rock kind of pop punk
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just wonder, like I said, I think they're like, I think for me, the bottom line is like, go about it the right way. You know,
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
and again, who knows what happens behind closed doors? We're
But
mere
maybe
civilians
she
and all
had to
this.
Google
And
Courtney Love.
I-
Maybe someone was like, "Here's a great
Dude,
album
what is
cover.
she,
Let's do
19?
it."
There's
What is
no-
she,
there's
20
no
years old?
way.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no way that she didn't see that photo of Courtney Love. Someone
know,
didn't bring
man.
it to her and go,
she's got a whole.
look at
Dude,
this, and she's like,
not a
"Let's
one
do
man.
it."
She's not the independent artist at
Yeah,
this
that's
point.
true.
She's got a
Yeah.
whole
team.
She's got a team going.
But
But let's put her
also-
in this outfit because it looks like Courtney Love.
Oh yeah.
Again,
someone
the way that
thought of
the
it.
way that Olivia like her attitude on Twitter about it was like very nonchalant, like, oh, it just is what it is, you know, like
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's like
because
that's
they-
where she could have like made it better on herself to be like, oh, you know, like I'm so sorry, like of course you did it like first or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
and like made a correction, but I think that's also ego.
Well, it's
But
hard
I think
Like-
you're giving her a lot of credit too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think, and what's more is like going back to like, oh yeah, she has a fleet of people, you know, her
Yeah.
producers and her agent and everything. That's very much a thing too. Is like, oh yeah, like she's a teenager. Let her run her own social media. Mm-hmm. So, you know, what she says and does maybe is her. Maybe it's her work on behalf of the label. You know,
Yeah.
who knows? But I don't know. I think you get into dangerous territory when it's like, yeah, this, you know, I got to give a cut to this person. Oh, this sounds too much like this. I'm going to sue
Yeah.
you. Like, I don't know.
Well, and-
like it's just,
I wonder too,
it's
is
suffocating for new art because
Yeah.
like,
that's what I'm saying. It's tough.
you know, new
Well,
art.
that's like when you are writing a new song, you always play it and you ask me, does this sound like anything?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most crushing
it's-
thing when you
and
wait a
it-
song.
and
then
the
you
answer
realize,
is
oh,
yes.
shoot,
Like-
it sounds like something else.
Well, and that's
But-
not an accident. It's
but
because
when you listen to it and like right off, like the first time, it's like, no, it doesn't sound like anything.
sure.
Then you're like, okay. But then back
It's
to
like,
what I was
oh.
saying about listening to her song, like the first time listening to it, it's like
Mm.
blaringly Paramore.
Yeah.
Tell you
Yeah.
what. So the same video I watched compared it to. By the way, we saw Green Day this weekend.
We
Yeah,
did.
you guys were
You guys are
really
going
out on this
concert to
town.
concert.
I'm bringing
I
that up
know.
because he compared Boulevard of Broken Dreams to that song, to Good For You. Believe it or not, the chorus.
I've heard them mixed together.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I
And
have.
it
I have
actually
not.
Let me
is
see if
really
I can pull it up
interesting.
and maybe
That's like a
I'll send it
huge.
to you or something.
This just, I feel like I'm just exposing how much I'm on TikTok. Wow, that's like
Wow.
a huge thing. Is people will play the song and be like, "Why does it sound familiar?" And then mash it
Yeah.
with the song, other songs where you're like, "Wow, it does." But here's my thing too: is
Let's
it
see if I can
is
find
it
it.
kind of on them to some element? Like I look at Benny Blanco, who's a huge writer in the music business, and he writes for pop stars all over the board. And I'm like, at some point, you're hiring the same guy to write all your songs.
Yeah.
Are you bound to just kind of start having overlap? They're gonna start sounding the same because they're using the same team of writers for multiple
And the
artists.
certain songs sound good and get popular because they just do.
And I
Yeah.
wonder too about I was just thinking about, we talked about Disney last week and how they've kind of ruined the public domain space.
Yeah,
Things
totally.
can't be public domain. And I thought at what point does
a song.
even a musician's estate stop collecting on all these things? You know what I'm saying? Because if a musician's if your musician's estate gets passed down through all the generations, and then they're comparing anything that comes out against Michael Jackson's music, and they find anything that's a hint similar, and they go over to go to court and win money. It's at what point does art kind of
Start over.
yeah, almost in a sense, or old art kind of starts to plateau and become public domain in a sense. I know it never
Yeah.
does become public domain. I don't think, at least music. But
That's what I think. Music should live perpetually in public domain because there's only
Yeah.
12. There's 12 notes in
Yeah.
a whole tone scale.
That's it.
Yeah.
I agree. I
Going
think
from the relative minor in the verses to
Here
the
we go.
relative major in the choruses. Like, for example, Green Day's Boulevard of Broken Dreams. It backphrases off the downbeat. It has similar syncopation. It follows a similar
guy's so
3
good.
to
I love his
1
videos.
target tone scheme. Basically, all the formal similarities between it and Good For You are there from our previous analysis. The tempos are the same, although they're felt differently. Good For You has double time drums. And also, Billy Joe is not a young teenage girl like Olivia Rodrigo and Haley Williams. The compositions are very much cut from the same cloth, but because different kinds of people
Wow.
are singing them, it's harder to make that immediate connection between the
Very
two.
interesting.
But if we overlay the two songs, it sounds
Here it is.
very similar.
whoa. Do you think
Another-
Green Day is gonna
So
fight
you're-
in this?
There you go. No, of course not.
No.
No, it's too
Wouldn't
I
dream
don't
of
think
it.
Green Day would
Too
even.
technical.
They'd be like,
'Cause they-
whatever.
'cause
That is writing the line
But it's- but
there's
it's
only
not.
the 12
I mean,
notes, there's only this much
That's what I'm
rhythm,
saying.
beats per minute. You find how many songs with the same beats per minute?
Well, it's just
With the
because
same
it's more obvious with
chord
Paramore
progression.
because, like he said, it's a young female
Teenage
girl,
vocal.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
obviously it's going to sound a little more like it.
Yeah.
It just interesting. And like I said, I think there is something to be said that, and I think that's maybe what we're heading to is as a music culture. It's so at some point we're going to have to say hey, at 100 years, Michael Jackson stuff, it's great, but and it's obviously classics, but if something sounds kind of like it,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
fight there. Sorry. I'm it's music, you know?
We should go back to chants, chanting and
Oh, yeah.
like
gonna
dirges.
tur-
I think the
throat
dirge
singing.
is gonna come back
the
for sure.
dirge.
Like a funeral dirge.
Never
Can you
heard
give
of
us
it.
Anyways,
a sample?
Yeah, sample. Hey, give us a sample.
What's
You
a
have a
dirge?
piano right in front of you.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay. Thank you for reminding.
Wow. What are we getting ourselves into?
Oh, yeah,
Speaking of artists, I have a great game that coming up next.
Donda.
you guys listen to that new Kanye album?
Yeah.
No, I've heard a lot about it
Gosh.
though.
Somebody did an this. We're just rehashing TikToks. This is the show now. Is oh, did you go see that
Not
TikTok?
necessarily.
Oh, I
What
see that
TikTok?
TikTok. I saw a TikTok that was the first song is the whole song goes through, and then at the end it's a minute of just drums, and somebody was it seems like they accidentally moved the drums. It should have been in the song.
In the song, they were
but they
oh,
accidentally
shoot.
pushed it to the end or something.
So Noah is
Your brother.
yes, my brother. He was like, "Did you listen to the album?" And I was like, "Yeah, Donda." So I guess Kanye West's
Donda.
mom, her
Donda,
name is
Donda.
Donda.
Okay.
And the first song is her heartbeat before she died.
Ooh, that's weird. That is so
So that's
weird.
why it goes
Oh.
Donda.
That is so
Donda,
weird.
Donda, 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 Donda.
That is so weird. I also saw a TikTok.
If that doesn't start off
so
the
Kanye,
album,
though.
He's not well.
I saw something
He's
that
not
it
well.
was that the whole like concert experience or whatever, the album release party or whatever, was like a seance to talk to his mom again.
oh no.
Ooh, because
That's
wasn't
so
it
weird.
wasn't it like the
That's
burning?
weird.
He rebuilt his childhood home.
Yeah, the whole
No.
thing was just
That's
so
what like
weird.
the whole
It-
thing was. It was his childhood
was-
home, and it was like
only
burning it
Kanye
down.
would do something.
He's being
like
too
this.
introspective with his
Oh
life.
yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
it's just somebody that needs to go to therapy.
I know.
He just
He
needs to see
should
somebody.
he should have gone to therapy after I Miss the Old Kanye.
It's
That
really
song.
sad. Like, that's just such a textbook example of like a wealthy, famous person that the wrong people are just backing him up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
nobody around him in his circle is going like, "Hey, maybe you should
Well,
slow down."
Well,
I
I
also
feel
think
like-
that he
Maybe
might
you
be
should-
kicking people out like that. You
Yeah,
know, somebody
maybe
might go,
so.
"Hey, Kanye." And all it takes is one person to go, "Maybe this is kind of weird," and he goes, "You're fired." And everyone
Yeah.
else is like, "Okay."
He literally
whatever you
divorced,
say. Yeah.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I liked what he was doing with Sunday service a lot.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
But then you look at like Britney Spears, and there's that kind of like
Yeah.
side by side
You
in
like
that
it?
sense.
No, I do like that's what's so weird about it is like I do, but then it's like my love of Jesus goes hand in hand with my mental instability, which is not a good look for
that's true.
Yeah.
Christianity.
Yeah, he takes one
Yeah.
wrong step, and
That's true.
Chick Fil A is
literally
like,
like-
we don't endorse him
he's
anymore.
literally going, I'm off my meds right now, and then he's going, Jesus Christ is Lord. That's
ooh.
that's not a good look.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were talking about Britney Spears.
Sorry.
Oh, but like the idea that the wrong people backing you
Same thing.
mixed with like this an insane amount of fame and people just telling
And
you
money.
yes
I
no matter
heard,
what.
There's so much
Britney's
money
dad
going
is
in.
Stepping down,
from the-
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Survivor
his
show.
statement
I think
literally
he
was
said
like,
eventually.
his statement was like, I don't think it's the right thing to do, but you guys are all being mean to me about it, so fine.
Fine, I'm a
That's
little
the
baby.
synopsis.
Awesome.
Dude,
Synopsis.
My gosh.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, you want to play a game or you want to do
let's
a
play-
pod deck?
Let's play a game, if you don't mind.
Let's
do it.
play.
Let's play a
We've all
game.
worked in ministry or some way or another.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also have some big Taylor Swift fans in this
In his house.
It's
house.
true.
So I picked a game, which let me set it up real quick. And it's Lamentations or Taylor Swift, which is basically
Dun, dun,
Bible
dun.
verse or Taylor Swift lyric.
Lamentations being the Bible
Book of law.
book that is just all the sad, as in lamenting, as in
Oh, sorry.
my
Didn't mean to do that.
sadness, my mornings.
So
like
it's
a
either
big
going
purge.
to be a Taylor Swift lyric, or I was looking
Way to
at
bring it back.
the book of Lamentations, and it's kind of interesting.
Pretty
but-
sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
So you have to guess whether this is a Taylor
Okay.
Swift lyric
By the way,
or Bible verse. Go
great
ahead.
graphics.
Thanks, man.
Great
Yeah.
Hey,
graphic.
did you make that?
Nope. But I did acquire it. So
Good.
Well, everything's a
all right,
remix, man.
You guys ready to do this? Oh, and then here's an extra layer for Cara because
Okay.
we all know Cara is
Ooh,
an
Cara's gonna
extreme.
win.
An extra layer?
Yeah, for
Here's
you
the extra
Yeah.
layer. Carrie, you can't play.
No, Cara, you can play, but you
we all have
have
to
to
guess
tell us
first?
like if you're gonna guess Taylor Swift lyric, try your best to tell us what song it's
Okay.
from. Because you're
I'm-
a Taylor Swiftie.
So
to the
I am
max.
gonna let you know, I'm rusty on her old albums.
Okay, that's fine.
But we'll see.
And honestly, if you can
If these
guess,
are her new albums, then you're all screwed.
well,
Listen, but
we'll see.
hey,
have
I'm
a
a
feeling
master
we're
of the
screwed.
old albums. So between this couch
your own
might
score.
be a winner.
Well, I have memorized the Bible, so here we go.
Oh, here we go.
the
all right, first
whole
one's up.
Bible.
She cries herself to sleep at night, tears soaking her pillow.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay.
this is a tough one.
Is this the message version or is this
Oh my gosh, the
of
message.
the Bible?
It's not.
It's-
I'm gonna say Taylor Swift.
yeah, I'm saying T Swift.
I'm not. I'm saying
Lamentations.
Lamentation. Is that really a book in the Bible?
Yes, it is.
Kara got it correct.
I've never heard of that book.
Oh, don't.
Wow.
Well, if you want to be sad, you read the whole thing, memorize it like Ryan.
Wow,
pretty
All right.
impressive.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't a Taylor Swift.
Your knives and swords and weapons that are used
That's-
that are used.
that's
Yeah,
Taylor
that's
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
That's T Swift to the
You
max.
with your knives and swords.
Oh wow! See, I wouldn't. I'm
Good
glad I'm not
job.
playing this game because I would have gotten them all wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
My eyes are blind with tears. My stomach is in a knot.
Lamentations.
Lamentations for
Same.
sure. Anytime there's a
Hey.
blinding, definitely the
My
Bible.
eyes
Yep.
are blind with tears.
You're like a lion ready to pounce.
Lamentations.
Lamentations.
I'm gonna.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of it could go either way. I mean,
I feel like it would have to be from the Red album at some point, and I just don't remember it. Okay?
Yes.
I'm gonna say
same.
Taylor Swift.
Same.
I'm gonna say Taylor Swift.
No, that's like not her writing.
That's
Like
not her
she
vibe.
would, she just wouldn't. Yeah, it's not
it's
her vibe.
yearning in the deep part of my heart for you.
Lamentations.
I feel like this is a very old Taylor Swift.
I feel like she didn't know what yearning meant.
I'm gonna say.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
say
question.
Lamentations.
Lamentations.
Oh,
What do you think, Cara?
I'm gonna say Taylor Swift.
do
Old.
you have a guess on an album?
On an album?
I mean, or a song.
Oh.
Sorry, a song. If you had to guess.
No, I have no idea for a song, but I would say that it's like one of her really early
it
when
was
she's
album,
young
if
and had
it
people
was
like helping her write.
Fearless.
Yeah, it would be a
Okay.
Fearless album.
It's Lamentations.
Whoa.
Got
You
it.
know, Taylor, I'm
Got
so
it.
sorry.
Wow.
I
Ain't
insulted
nothing about you. I'm gonna
Ain't
look up
nothing.
what
That's definitely
album.
the
I
first
don't even
album.
know.
You can tell
Yeah.
by
Ain't
the
nothing
photo
about
that these
you.
are definitely old.
Ain't nothing.
You can tell by the country twang. Ain't nothing
nothing
about
I'll never
you.
forget.
Ain't
I'll
nothing
never
about
forget
you.
the trouble, the poison I've swallowed.
Oh, that's T Swift.
Okay,
I feel.
lock it in. T Swift.
I'm
No,
locking in
I'm saying
T-Swift.
Lamentations.
Ryan?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Lamentations.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
The poison is what I think.
I'm pretty sure
See, but
the Book of Lamentations wasn't it like King David after he like fell from grace basically and
Yeah,
like
he was
wrote a
real
whole.
upset.
So
pretty
King David,
gnarly.
one of the greatest songwriters of all time.
But there's one thing I remember.
Amen.
It's like
I
his
can keep-
sad album.
Oh, okay, okay.
On hope.
Go
So
ahead.
Ain't Nothing About You by Taylor. It's not by Taylor Swift. It's a cover that she did
Oh.
by
oh.
Brooks and Dunn.
Okay, yeah. So she did.
So
know
it's
what
not
year
even
it
her
meant.
song, but I got it right. So hey.
All right. But there's one thing
Come
I
on,
remember,
Cara.
so I can keep a grip on hope.
Taylor Swift.
Lamentations.
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 Wow, that one was more her vibe.
Pretty nondescript.
I bet that's where she got it from.
I'm aching, no past, nowhere to hide.
Taylor Swift.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm aching, no. The
gonna
no
say
past is kind of
Lamentations.
funky.
Yeah.
So I'm also gonna say
It
Lamentations.
doesn't. It just doesn't
Oh,
sound
three?
lyrical.
What did I say?
You
said
said
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift.
Frick. Frick. What is that album?
Hey, to be fair, this really feels like old Taylor Swift.
This is
so
old.
I miss the old Taylor.
I
The
miss the old
old
Taylor.
last
Taylor.
time.
All we are is
Skin
skin
and
and
bone.
bone.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'm gonna say
I found-
Oh
Lamentations.
Yeah,
no, this is Taylor
Lamentations.
Swift.
Hey,
Treacherous.
Wow,
What?
this is definitely old.
I
This is
just.
deep cuts.
I feel
Not
like
gonna lie to
the
you.
lyrics partnered with the picture of her. I'm like, what was
Really
going
good.
on,
Really
Taylor?
good.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
She
okay.
is treacherous.
The last time is from the
It's
album
good
Red.
for a man to bear
Ooh.
the yoke while he is young.
I feel
Oh,
like
definitely Lamentations.
they want you to think it's Lamentations, so I'm gonna say Taylor Swift.
No.
Could you imagine if it's
She
Taylor
would
Swift?
not write
She
this.
wrote that into
She would not
something.
write this.
For a man to bear the yoke while
it.
he
That's
is
what,
young.
that's what I noticed about this. It's either like blaringly
Yes.
obvious or super like mid line. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, that was it. Oh.
That was good.
What was your score? Do you remember? Who knows?
Yeah,
I got
won.
one wrong.
I think I won.
I'm pretty sure Ryan did win.
I got one wrong. Wait,
Interesting.
you didn't win.
No, I won.
No, you did not.
Honestly, it's kind of on par with what we talked about, talking about like lyrics and music.
Yeah.
and-
I think that like Lamentations, King David style of music writing is coming back. Like
It's
you
coming
think so?
back.
like free
The-
verse, like well, because we're gonna destroy this earth, right? So technology will be gone. We'll go back to sticks and stones, right?
when do you think
That's
that'll
the-
happen? And not in our lifetime, obviously.
I don't know,
Either
John.
either shortly or
Oh, I found more.
the end of our lifetime.
There you go.
I found more.
I think, and then like the harp is gonna come back. The lyre is gonna come back.
Ooh, the
the
harp.
balalaika is coming back. All these,
Balalaika.
like
Yeah.
old the big drum.
Yeah.
Big
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 drum.
big rawhide drum.
Big drum.
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all coming back.
What about
Yeah.
the tambourine?
Definitely the tambourine.
You know what's funny is when you said Sound of Music,
Uh-huh.
you said something referenced Sound of Music recently.
It was Ariana Grande.
That is Sound of Music public domain? No.
I doubt it.
No, Roger and
Because you still
Hammerstein's,
have to.
right?
You
Or-
still have
Oh,
to
I guess
buy.
it's just. Oh wait, music isn't public domain yet. There's not like a public domain for music, is there?
All I know
No,
is
I don't think
Just
musical
for like
theater.
artwork, right,
Yes.
or whatever.
I think like with musical theater, like Mamma Mia, there was however like I remember begging our theater teacher to do Mamma Mia, and it was like we were on a wait list to get the rights to it because it had to be so many years off of Broadway
for students to be
for
able to do
students
it.
to be able to do
Yes.
it. So things
Yeah.
like that where I bet there's
recall that.
similar things with like music in
You know what's
general.
crazy is like Charlie Brown and Peanuts is public domain.
Sure.
It
That's
is.
crazy. That's cool.
Oh, like the comic?
Yeah, you could make like anything, and like have it be similar to Peanuts or Charlie Brown, and you can like legally make it.
That's just
Okay, this
crazy.
one I looked up more. It's all Taylor
trying to
Swift. It's all
prolong
Taylor
the game?
Swift. Yes, it's all Taylor Swift and
She wants to win.
Lamentations. Like that's
Well, yeah, 'cause
it's
it's
everywhere. What?
What does it say about Taylor
Okay,
Swift?
Annie, you
lyrics?
need to
I
say
don't
the
know.
song
You tell me.
because
Depressing.
it rains when you're here, it rains when you're gone.
Lamentations.
Lamentation.
It rains when you're here and it rains when you're gone.
Actually, that's kind of a stupid lyric.
I feel
so I'm
like
gonna
it's
say Taylor
teardrops
Swift.
on my guitar or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That feels like
Forever and Always by Taylor Swift.
See?
Rains when you're here and it rains when you're gone.
Yes. Oh.
There's
So
also
interesting.
See the vultures circling dark clouds. Love's a
Yeah.
fragile little flame. It could burn out. You can
Yeah.
tell that it's Taylor Swift. It could burn out, out, out.
She really, she's just deep like that.
She is
Yeah.
deep
Okay,
like that.
we're moving on from your thing.
That's fine.
Pod deck.
I've got a pod deck.
Let's do it.
Say it.
Go to poddex.com, use the code WTP, and you can order a deck just like this one
Wow.
for 10% less than you normally would.
Oh,
It's true.
wow.
Wow.
It's true.
Wow. Okay. This is a would you rather. Red
So
card.
tense.
Red card. Red card. Would you rather be handcuffed
Energy.
to the most annoying person you know for 24 hours or go camping with someone who likes you but you don't like back?
Whoa. This is crazy.
There's
pretty
layers
heavy.
to this.
Pretty
Yeah,
heavy.
Layers.
there's
Real
definitely
layers.
a
There's
couple
layers.
of clarifying.
Because when you're stuck with someone handcuffed, anything can happen.
And they're
when you're
annoying
camping,
you.
When you're camping with someone you like, are they like trying to
No.
No,
put a
they
move
like
on
you,
you?
but you don't-
Or yeah,
Oh,
that's
you-
what I mean.
they
Are they
like
trying
you.
to like
Yeah, it
move
depends
in on
the-
you
the
when you're
level of,
camping,
like-
or like?
well, yeah, it sounds like it.
Because
They're
when you're
into you.
handcuffed to an annoying person, you
Dude,
can't get away from
you're
them.
on
When
a
you're camping, you
one-on-one-
can run away.
Dude, you're on a one-on-one trip with somebody out in the woods. Yeah, they're trying to make moves on you.
Yeah, there's
course they
something
are.
else to do out there is for make moves on you.
hunting and gathering.
Okay,
True.
that's enough.
Saying you're going to the bathroom and then running
gathering.
away.
When's the last time you went hunting and gathering on a camping trip?
You don't know how I get my food. Haven't set foot in a grocery store in a
I can
millennia.
100% tell you it's not from hunting and gathering. So
I think I would go for
I do the handcuff.
the most annoying person
So
you
rough.
know.
I could
24
never.
hours. How long is the camping trip? Is it like a weekend? I mean,
Ooh,
24
that's-
hours is like no big deal.
I feel like it'd be the same time
Let's say
frame.
it's a 24-hour. It's an overnight camping trip.
That's-
Are you in the
I would-
same
I would
tent?
still probably do the handcuff thing.
I think I might do the camping trip.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't
Well,
know.
I just feel like
I feel like I would be so awkward to someone who's like trying to make advances at me. I'd be like,
I think I could play it off and be like, haha, yeah, like just be friendly, not
Yeah.
like let them obviously like try to, kiss me or something.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Seduce you.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
okay.
you guys are all in a different boat.
Whoa, yeah.
Because you all have significant others,
Oh.
whereas I don't. So for me, I'm like,
Might be nice to be on a camping trip with someone trying
oh,
to make
weekend,
moves
someone
on
trying
me.
to like me. I'll deal with the repercussions later.
I'll do the camping trip.
I also choose camping because, for one, if you're handcuffed to that person and if you want to like take a nap, you got to take a nap next to each other. When camping,
Well, yeah,
you can
whatever.
have a little bit of space.
But at least
You
there's
know?
not like
You're really
the
taking
implication.
like the.
I'm taking the
She's
proximity.
thinking about, like,
You're-
come on,
you're-
it'd be
you
like
really
this.
don't like the
Yes.
idea of being handcuffed.
You'd be like
together.
that. Like,
it's not
That
so
doesn't
bad.
really bother me actually.
Nah.
Sit next to
Nah.
somebody on the couch
Camping,
and watch Netflix all
camping,
day.
you can like be distracted by doing activities.
Also, I'm going to factor
Yeah.
in that I just don't
hunting,
really like camping that
gathering.
much, so-
Yeah, all right.
See, there we go.
That combined.
You
Well,
got burned by a camping trip one time?
No, not burned.
What's
I
your
just
trauma?
I mean, camping is fun if like it's a group and we're all going together. I just not my first choice.
Not like the
Uh-huh.
solo camping trips that you usually do. though.
God.
Those are obnoxious.
Alone in the mountain.
Yeah.
I would just never
All
go.
the hunting gathering that
I
you
just
do.
I just literally wouldn't choose it. Is all. That's
I
all.
wouldn't.
Right.
I wouldn't choose camping.
I
either.
just had this
but in
image-
this
in this
this
scenario.
scenario,
Yeah.
I choose camping.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of John, like the stepmom in Parent Trap, and him walking
Put
back
him out on
to
the
the
mattress in
back
the
to the
lake.
tent with the sticks. Like, I'm scaring off all the mountain lions.
Yeah,
What a
it's not
movie.
me. But
It could
He's
be.
like, how dare you?
It could be.
well, that's upsetting. But
I'm I'm bringing back the.
Oh, you want to talk about our live show? Ooh. So,
Bum, 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 bum.
John, what's the live show?
let's see if it's in here. If I put the graphic in here. There it is. There it is. The
Ooh.
25-hour
loud, sorry.
live stream. And that's happening on the 17th, starting at 8 a.m. to the 18th at 9 a.m.
We're doing a 25-hour live stream. We're going to be in this room for
24
25
So I have a
hours.
question.
25, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right away. Why
Okay.
25, not 24?
Well, we both turned 25 this year.
Hey,
Oh,
you both?
both of us did.
Us three. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's called What the Podcast
I was
with Ryan and John
25
and Cara.
before all
No.
of you. Thank you.
No.
Oh,
You were
I feel
first.
like I
I'll
just
give it to
really
you.
I stirred a pot real good.
But also, I
Okay,
think
so
it was
here's the
also
thing.
just like an hour over 24.
Well, we were gonna.
right?
I like
We
it.
were scheduling it for John's birthday first.
Yeah.
It was like 25th birthday, 25-hour podcast.
I love it.
And now we've waited long enough to do it that my birthday has
Well,
come up.
It makes more sense because now we're like, when his birthday comes, we'll both be 25.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
having done it on my birthday would have been fine, but like we both wouldn't have been 25.
How old
Yeah.
are you, Annie?
I'm 23.
She's young.
I'm a baby.
A youngin'.
A little
So
baby.
for 25 hours, we'll be live, and I was looking into this. You can't even be on Facebook Live for more than 4 hours, but we will be on YouTube. You can be on YouTube for as long.
Yes,
as
you
want.
can.
So-
That's true.
Excellent. And can you do a live stream on YouTube? Do you have enough like subscribers or something?
You can do live on YouTube at any subscriber. You just can't go live on mobile until you get 1,000 subscribers.
That's what it is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can go live on a computer as long as you want.
That's what it was.
But I thought it was interesting. So, I mean, I was looking into it today because I was thinking, like, I know people have done this before.
Yeah,
like, it's
of course.
possible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
some people, they'll use, like, their own website
Yeah.
and, like, do
Yeah.
their own, like, encoding
Sure.
so that way there's no rules. But then, like, some of these social networks, like I said,
I mean, we could
Facebook only allows you to do
We
8.
could go like on Twitch too. I don't think there's a
yeah.
limit
Well,
on
maybe
Twitch.
we'll be on Twitch and
Maybe we'll be both.
YouTube. But exciting
what
stuff.
what are we gonna do for 25 hours?
I don't know.
Oh
I'm
my
kind of. I'll be
gosh.
honest with you. I'm kind of
Games.
nervous.
Same. It's
Like-
a long time.
It's a long time.
Now imagine that, but handcuffed to the most annoying person you know.
True.
that sounds.
It's true.
I don't know. I'll probably
Obviously,
say-
we don't want to give away too many surprises.
But we're gonna have people come on. People are gonna play.
We're gonna have
music.
guests.
We're gonna have lots of games. We're gonna have
Yep.
guests, and all the games that we've played on the show so far, we'll probably play in the 25 hours.
I'm going to say
so
some of it is going to be a mukbang.
Fact or fiction.
gonna have
yeah,
to
we're gonna
be.
have to.
We're gonna
eat.
be.
I mean,
Here's the thing: is we're gonna be eating a lot on camera. The air conditioning will probably be on.
no, there's no way it's not
there's
gonna
no
be on.
way.
There's no
25
way.
hours, unless we're just like in tank tops and sweatpants. And
It's who can lose. It's the biggest loser mixed with what the podcast.
Oh my
Who
gosh.
can lose the most weight?
whoever
in
has to go to the
24
bathroom
hours.
first probably has to do something weird. Like
It's gonna be great. I'm really excited, and we have some bits that we're like putting together as time
Yeah.
goes on. But I think you should, you know, if you're watching this or you watch the show pretty regularly, you should tune in because it's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
all of
True.
us.
Definitely.
And we're gonna have I mean, you're gonna be here,
I'm gonna be here.
and we'll have in the round with Tyler. Anna and Tyler will come.
yes.
And you know, we have Michael Penning. If you like Michael Penning, I don't know. It's up to you. He's a great guy. Love
If
him.
you're into that sort of thing.
There'll be games.
But I want to
there'll
talk to
be
you about
music.
this.
Yes.
Because, and I don't know if I should talk about this on air, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
You recently showed me that the longest podcast, like consecutively,
yeah.
is 36 hours.
Yeah. So that's kind of devastating, but
It's really upsetting.
can you imagine we're going to do 25 hours and then doing another 12
No.
hours after that?
Nope.
Maybe on the next one.
Also-
maybe
No, we will be coming after
So
that record.
think
maybe
about-
when we turn 37.
Think about
The
this.
37-hour
like that.
podcast.
Wait a minute.
That longest question, is it a,
Yes.
was that a world record?
It's
Yes,
a Guinness
it's a
World
world
Record.
record, yeah.
There had to be a moderator that entire time.
Yeah,
There's
the internet.
some poor person. They
No,
all
when you get in the Guinness World Record book, there is a worker for Guinness World Records who has to be present the entire time.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
you're
was
right.
kind of.
But
dark,
imagine
yeah.
them just like
That's
sitting
awful.
down on the
It's awful.
Well, but
you
on
know,
a live
couch.
stream, do you have to? 'Cause
Yes.
It's all
they could
kind
just
of caught on
tune
tape.
in.
Can't they just like
It's
tune
all
in from
live on the
headquarters?
internet.
Yeah, but what if you could finagle
Doctor
it?
it.
I don't know.
You still would have
Finagling.
to have 36 hours of
Well, then,
live
but
content.
here's my thing here. Like, why would being here on a live stream do anything else? Because how do they know you're like live on the internet? You know what I'm saying? Like they'd have to
They'd have to just check it on
in
their device,
on their
which they can do
which they could do from
anywhere.
literally anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Riddle me that, Cara.
I just know that any world record, there's always been like someone with a
you're
paper
right.
and a
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and a
And
clipboard.
I'm gonna get in contact with them, and we're gonna set that up because we're gonna break that record.
Oh God.
I like that.
Let's
That's
do the
37.
25 first.
No, this is
Let's get our feet
37.
wet.
Yeah.
This is a. Yeah.
Watch you guys like absolutely come out of it and be like, "There's no way
No
we're
way.
I
doing
really
that
think
again."
12 hours.
Yeah, no.
What do you think, Pre? Like, what do you think about the whole situation?
I'm feeling good about it. I think I'm way overestimating like how long I think I can sit here and talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm always exhausted at the end of an hour.
Yeah, but I think about it in a more relaxed. Like we're trying to fill an hour.
Yeah.
If we get in here
Yeah.
and we're just like
You know,
having
we're
fun,
gonna play
playing
games. We're gonna have
yeah.
guests.
We're gonna have people like we're gonna have food. Like it's just
in
gonna
and
be like the
out.
whole thing.
True.
I know for sure I'm gonna get like sweaty butt for sure.
Oh my
So,
God.
These
Gosh.
chairs and this couch.
Wrecked.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
wreck me. So
Well, we could also stand up and maybe do a little mobile situation.
yeah,
right
we're gonna have
outside.
to. Maybe like a wide camera because I'm thinking like I don't want to. Well, we'll talk about this off air. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited for it, and I think it's gonna
Really
be
excited.
super awesome.
Definitely tune in for it.
I have a surprise for you guys for
Oh.
when I come in
Oh,
on it.
no.
Oh
Go
yeah.
Yeah,
ahead,
baby.
Go ahead, Annie. Jeez.
No,
I'm
it's a
just-
surprise.
Ooh,
It's a
maybe
surprise.
I-
we're-
Maybe
we're-
I'll
we're
teach you
finding
guys
out
how to
later.
do some macrame.
Whoa.
Oh, that would be
idea.
some content.
Interesting.
I misunderstood.
2 minutes in, they're like, we're over
The
it.
surprise is
And
coming.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The surprise is coming
No.
when you come
Yeah.
to the live show.
Annie's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a surprise for us.
I have a subscribe.
Back off with my idea,
What the
okay?
surprise?
Subscribe.
I'm not calling it that, okay?
Oh, we're calling it that.
Dang it. Hey, don't tell him which one is mine. Did you have mine in there? Never mind. Don't, just scratch it.
Wait.
You're fine. You're fine.
No. I'll save it.
Well,
Just hold
okay.
on.
Because I inputted a TikTok into
You
this TikTok thing, and I want last
Into
time
the TikTok hat.
last time I had you guess, and you guessed it correctly, but
course
now
I
you
did.
both get to play, and you have to figure out which one is the one that I
John,
submitted.
You're so easy, man.
Really? You think so?
Your sense of humor.
Oh, really?
No, it's
My
clear.
sense of humor is easy.
No. It's easy to pick out
No,
your
let's
sense
talk
of humor
about it.
because
Why?
it's
What-
so distinct.
Really?
Yes.
What's my sense of humor?
Just funny guy.
Okay,
Funny guy.
Funny guy.
that's rough.
That's what 41 episodes will do to you. It's just I know you, man. I got you.
Not today.
I got you.
Not today.
Not today. Well,
You're
maybe
never
today.
gonna
Who
understand
knows?
me.
Okay.
TikTok, you have a lot of TikToks, by the way. I saw that.
I do. I have
Take
a
your
lot
time,
today.
Cara.
All right.
She's doing it all right now.
Da-da-da.
Yeah,
I
Kara's a
am.
winner.
I'm
She really
switching
is
the
doing it all.
screens. I'm
She's-
screen mirroring. I have to
she's
switch
got everything
this
down.
to the
You're
Yeah,
doing
switch
the
this
most
to
at this
that.
point.
this to that. This to that. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Ryan and John react.
Alrighty, let's see what TikToks we got today. Here we go.
And sound.
Sound is-
Fun. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud. I can tell. It's gonna
No,
be
it's
loud.
it's gonna
not. It'll be
Play
quiet.
Whoa!
That's John's.
Is this a time lapse?
Baker. That's John's.
I thought so. It's a spider making its web. I thought it was so interesting, the order of how the spider's making it.
Very interesting.
Because I would always think it would be from the inside out.
Wow.
Life for us.
Is that Sakriva?
Aw. We have a spider right now that hasn't died in like a month and a half in front of our house, and her name is Sakriva, and she makes like a giant web every night.
Like every single day. It's pretty funny. We've been watching the spider.
This is so cool.
Isn't it so cool? There wasn't enough sound on TikTok that they just had to keep
I
going.
thought for sure
They're
this
like,
was
we're
yours.
not
That was
cropping
your
it.
guess, and you lost. So
No.
you already lost it.
That,
so
that wasn't my guess.
Yes,
you
it was.
fully said this is John's.
I didn't say that. I don't get to I decided at the end.
Oh my gosh! Now he's
gonna guess it
making
for
that.
everyone.
I was talking to myself.
There you go.
He's like, I didn't know.
All
we were
right, so this
recording.
says
Definitely
when
not mine.
everyone dresses cute for the Disney
tell
party,
you that, I can
but
tell
you
you
didn't
that.
get the
Okay.
memo.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Love.
Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I've seen this challenge before.
So it's when they put something on a string, like a water bottle.
Oh, you're
and
narrating.
face mask. Oh my
gosh. Oh my gosh!
Started off really bad. Oh,
No. So you're supposed to throw the water bottle like in a circle, and she threw it straight forward.
maybe we'll do that.
That
for the
was funny.
What?
That needs a
25 hours.
replay.
We should do
That's
that here.
true.
What you
We
guys
should
need to do is
that.
have
That's
like
really funny.
the like one-offs on the side where you know
Oh my
like in reality
gosh.
TV shows
Yes.
where you think it's just them but you guys are all in the room still.
yeah.
I saw
Oh,
one
yeah.
like this where it was two
Gosh.
siblings, and well, actually,
Oh, right.
I
the
saw two ones. It was two siblings, and they were
So
putting their
rough.
blindfolds on, and the sibling, a third like sister, came down the stairs and knocked one of them on the head with her hydro flask. The other one got pissed and took the water bottle and threw it at the other person,
Oh,
and they were
no.
both like, "What the heck?" Like they didn't know what was going on. She just walked past and like hit him with the hydro
How
flask.
many of these you got, Cara?
And then I saw one
Doesn't matter.
where
Yeah.
they did it, and right as they did it, the water bottle fell off the string, and they didn't know, so they're sitting there bobbing back and
no.
forth with the water bottle.
Oh my god.
All right. This one's fast.
I began to pass out, and my head hit the wall.
Oh, that is funny.
She
The
literally
timing
like
was so good.
I don't know why she lost her balance so bad.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Aw, love it already.
Don't we all kid?
Wow,
Don't we all?
that's big energy there.
That's some
so
Lizzo
cute.
energy right there.
That was so cute.
Pretty good.
Okay, here we go.
Ryan,
Ryan's really trying how to figure it out.
Okay. When dad just wants to snuggle, but you're awkward.
Okay. It's a little doggy. The dog is going, this is for him.
Yes, this is from my dad. All right,
Okay,
here's
there's
the
so
last
many.
one.
How am I supposed to?
Here's the
last one.
Love this game.
Clocking into my home bakery job.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Fruity Pebble
Has
macaroons.
big Olivia vibes. She's always her food ones.
Ugh, yummy.
I feel like my guess
Go ahead,
Go
is the kid on the dock.
That was my first thought too.
That's I want to shake my butt on a yacht.
Okay, go ahead. That's good. Ryan?
that's a pretty John
On a yacht.
video. Although, for the sake of covering all my bases, I'm gonna let Annie take that one, and I'm gonna say that the bakery one was the one you put in.
You guys are both wrong. I chose the water bottle one. So funny.
You
Should've
played it
known.
off pretty well
Should've
by saying like
funny.
I've seen these videos before.
Yeah, you played that off. That was
I
I'm
should-
surprised.
Hey,
should've
this is our
known.
new bit on TikTok. So
I'm
I'm going to sneak one in
surprised
every week.
that my reaction didn't give it away. Because I've watched all the videos that we
I
chose.
thought you were playing the field too.
No.
I thought you were backing up.
I
John.
hadn't seen that one before.
That's good.
You
That's
played,
a good
you
one.
did pretty good on the beginning of that one though, because you like weren't reacting at the beginning of that water bottle one. But then at one point you're like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like
Because I didn't know
well,
what was
now
going to
they
happen.
know.
Should have known. Should have paid more
known.
attention. Well,
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yep.
another great week for the books.
Another great one. 41.
41.
Wow. 41.
Can't wait till we're 37. We take on that 37-hour challenge.
Have to
Oh,
wait
God.
till we're 37. Great.
I'm busy that day.
12 hours
Me
from
too.
now, or 12 years from now. I should
12
say.
hours.
12 hours from now.
Whoa,
Wait a minute, unless.
that'd be kind
I'm
of
busy then,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
really
Kara and I have
crazy.
something to do.
What can you do? You guys hungry? I'm so.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Let's
I'm
go get
hungry.
food.
We'll see you next week on What
the
the
Podcast?
Podcast.